Hey everyone, welcome to our channel, the best place to come for all your sewing tips. I'm Rob and today we're going to talk about zips. Before I start though, don't forget to hit the subscribe button for more great content. So zips are one of those things that people seem to struggle with, but like everything in sewing, the more you practice, the easier things become. So my first tip is just to go out, buy some cheap zips, buy some cheap fabrics and really just give it a try. So the first thing is to get to know your zipper foot. Your zipper foot can be attached to the left or right side of the shank, depending on which side of the zip you're working on. There's also a little ridge underneath, and that helps you get really close to the zip. Now you wouldn't be able to do that with a normal foot, so it's why the zipper foot is really important. Now, depending on the type of project that you make, you can either sew the zips on the fabric's right side together and then flip it over, or you can fold the fabric first, place it close to the zip and then sew it on. Now I'm going to show you the first way, the one where you sew the zip right sides together with the fabric, because that's the one you probably end up using most. I use these wonder clips to hold the fabric in place and aligned with the edge of the zip. And if you've got a fabric that's going to fray, you might want to serge or overlock that fabric first, but I'll show you more about finishing fabric later. Then I just place it under the machine, and you can see the zipper foot helps you get really close to the zip, so you can be really close to that zip edge. So you're just going to do a straight stitch, and you can adjust the width depending on where you want your line of stitching to be, either very close to the zip or a little bit further out. Now that's just down to personal preference and how much of the zip you want to see when you flip it over. Now you'll have noticed I don't start sewing right where the zip pull is. That's because it's quite large and chunky and it can get in the way and push you out of alignment when you're sewing. So the best thing to do is to start a little bit further down, and then you sew the whole zip from there all the way to the end. Now once you've done that, you can go back, pull the zip pull out of the way and just finish that last top bit of the zip. And there you have it. Now you can just flip that over and you can press it flat. And I also like to top stitch down the side, and that keeps the fabric out of the way and stops it snagging when you're moving the zip up and down. When you're making a garment like the Peak Summit hoodie, it's vital that both sides of the fabric line up on the zip. So you don't want one side of your jacket being wonky compared to the other side. And that can be really tricky, so I'm going to show you a few tips on how to achieve this. You can see here on the version I made, the collar parts really need to line up when you do the zip up. So the first way to do this is to simply line up the fabric and the zip where you need it, and then use a chalk or a washable pen to mark on the zip in exactly the right places. You then pin and sew, and you can make sure that things like the collar area really do line up when you sew it. Now even when you have the marks, that can still be tricky. The presser foot can sometimes move the fabric, especially if you've got stretch fabric. So I cheat a little and use washable wonder tape. Washable wonder tape is a washable double-sided sticky tape. You stick it to the fabric, stick the zip on, and it just stops everything moving around. So when you sew, you can be sure that everything is going to be in the right place. That really helps me. So the final point is just making sure that your zip is nice and neat at the back. Now if you have a lining on your project, that's not a problem because the zip will be hidden between the lining and the outer fabric. But with a project like the Peak Summit hoodie, you might still get a bit of fabric that shows from the back of the zip. So the first thing you can do is serge the fabric beforehand so that it's nice and neat when you attach the zip. Another trick, which is what I've done here on my Peak hoodie, is to trim with a pair of duck-billed scissors. And those duck-billed scissors mean that you can trim the fabric very close without risk of catching anything else around it. Another final tip might be to add bias binding. So some people like to add bias that encases the zip edge and also wraps around the fabric underneath. And there's a blog on how to attach the bias tape in the links below. So that's everything from me today. I hope you've learned some useful tips, and most of all, I hope you'll try sewing with zips. It's really not as difficult as it looks. Happy sewing!